Hey, welcome to Tabletop Skirmish Games. I'm Lee, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the new Rivals format for Warhammer Underworlds. So today the Warhammer community site published an article which tells us all about this new format for Warhammer Underworlds, and this has been hinted in a couple of articles and at the reveal that we saw at Gen Con. If you haven't seen anything about Harrow Deep yet, then I've done a video about that goes into detail about everything we found out so far at the reveal, and it's a great looking set. The boards look fantastic, the colours they've used are really stunning, and I think the models are really good. So the two warbands in this are great, and it's a really brilliant way to start the 5th season. So that video's on the channel already if you'd like to go and check that out. But in this video we're going to focus on this new format, which is Rivals. So when you're playing Warhammer Underworlds, both players will use a deck of cards, and they use these to boost their warbands and win the game. And in total you'll have 12 objective cards and 20 power cards, and the power cards are made up of ploys, magic spells and upgrades, and you use these throughout the battle to accomplish certain goals to allow you to win the game. And there's always been a big focus on building the ultimate deck from all the different cards that you can have in your collection. You can find these different cards in the expansion warband sets and the main starter sets. And if you're playing the more competitive mode, the championship kind of format, then there's going to be some limits on what season's cards you can use in that. And that changes as new seasons are introduced. And collecting all the different cards is a really fun part of Underworlds. That's the main thing that appealed to me. I really loved collecting all the different expansions and getting it there and finding out what all the cards do. But I must admit, sometimes you can have too much, and then trying to build a deck from them is a bit overwhelming, especially if you're new to the game and you just want to get stuck in and play some fair games where you're up against people who may have been playing it longer, but you might not have as many cards as them, and so you want to play a fair game. And this is where the new format of Rivals comes in. And I thought there was going to be a lot more to Rivals, but it's pretty simple. I'm just going to read a paragraph from the article which describes how it works. And it tells us that each player gets a pre-built deck, either by selecting the warband specific cards for a particular warband, or by picking one of the pre-built decks, such as Silent Menace, which you can even combine with older warbands from the first few seasons of Warhammer Underworlds. And you won't have to build a deck, and because both sides now have a deck of equal power, the game will be decided by skill rather than the size of your card collection. I really like the sound of this. I think this is a really good idea, especially for new players. You can literally just buy a warband set, an expansion, or one of the start sets like Direchasm, and then use those pre-built decks that are included, and then that's all you need. So you could just take one warband, use that deck of cards, and you know if you go up against someone else in this Rivals format, they'll be doing the same, and those decks are pretty much going to be balanced, and so you're going to have a nice fair game, and the emphasis is going to be on how you play it rather than just how big your collection is, how many cards you got. And so I think that's really good. I think that's a really good way to get things going. And also I like the idea of using the Shadespire and Nightvault warbands and then using one of these newer pre-built decks, and then that way you can make use of those older models and you don't have to worry about the cards being obsolete or anything like that. So this is really cool. So if you wanted to play the Crimson Court as your warband, then you can use the pre-built deck that comes with that. So you're going to get the 20 power cards that come specifically for this warband, and that includes, again, the ploys, magic spells and upgrades. And then you're also going to get the 12 objective cards that are matched to them as well. So that's all you need to worry about. You literally grab it and you play like that. But the universal cards that are included in the set, you don't even use those in this Rivals format. And as we saw earlier, you're also going to have the choice of buying a universal deck and then using that for any of your warbands as well. So this Silent Menace one is an example, but I'm sure they're going to be bringing out more of these in the future. But if you like playing the championship format, or you like building your own deck, then it tells us in the article that we don't have to worry about that going away. This Rivals is just a new format that they're introducing. So this new Harrow Deep set and the new season is still built for the deck building and for the championship format as well. And there's going to be a new Grand Alliance specific card sets, which are going to give some more flexibility to the games and tournaments for Championship format as well. I think this is pretty great, but I'd love to know what you think about this. And do you play Underworlds already, and do you think it'll work well in the group that you play with? Or are you new to the game, and this might encourage you to give it a go? Now you don't have to worry about building that deck at first, knowing that you can have some fair games. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, so let me know in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. But for now, thanks so much for watching. I'll put some more updates on here as we get them, and as we find out more about which factions are going to be introduced into this new season. So can't wait for that. But thanks again for watching. Please like if you like it, subscribe for more videos like this. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to join me next time on Tabletop Skirmish Games. If you like this kind of content and would like to support the channel, then please check out my Patreon page. And thanks to everyone who's joined so far. It's really awesome. We hang out on Discord, talk about the hobby, share ideas and help each other out. And you'll get some perks there that you're not going to find anywhere else. So I'll put a link in the description and it'll be great to see you there.